Hey everyone, this is Mike the Accessible Traveler, your guide to the world. Sit back and relax while we share with you the accessible side of Disney. We will show you the rides, the shows, and everything else accessible throughout the most magical place on Earth. If this is your first time here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified every time we post a new video. And also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Today, we will be counting down the top 4 most accessible rides at Epcot. Number 4. Sometimes the sheer size of something can be the most intimidating. For example, Spaceship Earth. This big mammoth golf ball you see as you approach the entrance to Epcot can initially scare even the most able-bodied guests to Walt Disney World. But as you come to the base of Spaceship Earth, you can see the ride queue, and upon closer inspection, you can see this ride has a slow-moving conveyor for people to hop on. But never fear, my accessible friends. Here is a tip for you. Bypass that main entrance and long lines to access this ride. As you walk, roll, or stroll about halfway past either side of the base of Spaceship Earth, you will see an accessible entrance. Enter this doorway, and a cast member will ask you a couple questions about how mobile you are. Once determined, the cast member will assist you to the accessible ride queue. At this point, they will either slow the walkway down onto the ride or stop it altogether in order for you to access the ride safely. Once the ride is finished, they will reverse this process and escort you safely off the ride and back to your accessible transportation. This ride is enjoyable and a must-see for everyone. The only reason we gave this a number 4 spot is because of the moving walkway. Number 3. As one of the newer rides in Epcot, Soarin takes riders on a flight and motion simulator, flying over beautiful places all over the world. The ride employs a mechanical lift system that raises viewers off the ground and places them in front of a large projection screen. Then, the riders are given the feeling of hang gliding with sights, sounds, and smells that will be remembered for years to come. This ride requires you to transfer from your scooter or wheelchair into a seat where you will be belted in. Even though you can pull right up to the ride vehicle and transfer, we place Soarin number 3 in our countdown due to the distance needed to walk, roll, or stroll to the ride. Be prepared when you enter Living with the Land. In order to get to your ride vehicle, you will still need to travel nearly a quarter of a mile to enjoy this ride. Number 2. Journey into Your Imagination with Figment is a slow-moving ride that transports you into a world where Figment, a playful little dragon, makes his way through the 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. Even though this ride has a long history at Epcot, it is a must-ride for every first-time visitor. As an accessible guest, you can ride your scooter or wheelchair right up to the ride vehicle and easily transfer. Or, if you prefer, let the cast member know that you would like to ride without transferring, and you will be accommodated and placed in an accessible ride vehicle with your wheelchair. This ride is placed at number 2 because of a slight step up into the ride vehicle. However, this ride does come to a full stop and there's no rush to board.
You are not to interfere with the tour!
Our first stop is the sound lab. We'll begin by testing your hearing with a series of tones. Left ear, right ear. Left, right. What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Figment!
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here. All aboard. Woo-hoo! Next stop, imagination. For every sound your ears are hearing, 1,000 thoughts can start appearing, and each of us imagines different things. From just a sound, your mind has wings.
Continuing now, if I may, in a calm, scientific, figment-free manner, the things we see with our eyes can control the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and...
With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the bouncing figment. One spark of light can light your fancy. Your mind sees more than what your eyes see. Your sense of sight can make your fancy fly. There's more to sight than meets the eye.
The number 1 most accessible ride in Epcot is... Drum roll, please. Living with the Land. Living with the Land is my pick for the most accessible ride in Epcot. It's an easy walk, stroll, or roll to the ride boats, as well as extremely easy to board. The step down is shallow at most, and there is a boat with wheelchair accessibility. This ride takes you through a serene setting such as tropical forests, the desert, and the American prairies. Then onto a greenhouse, a living laboratory that showcases various agriculture methods such as hydroponics, vertical farming, and aeroponics. If you're looking for a break from the crowds and heat of the park, Living with the Land is a must-see and the accessible traveler's number 1 pick for the most accessible ride in Epcot.
Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Thank you for watching The Accessible Traveler. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Thank you.